Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Ram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayam Udirayat
Tato Jayam Udirayat
Nashtaprayeshu Abhatreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhaktiri Bhavati Nayistike
Bhaktiri Bhavati Nayastiki
Ishvara Parama Krishna
Ishvara Parama Krishna
Chidananda Vigraha
Satchidananda Vigraha
Madhiradir Govinda
Adiradir Govinda
Sarvakarana Karanam
Sarvakarana Karanam
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nandagopakumaraya
Nandagopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Kararavinde Naparavindam
Kararavinde Napadaravindam
Mukaravinde Viniveshayantam
Mukaravinde Viniveshayantam
Patasya Patra Kaputeshayanam
Tasya Patra Kaputeshayanam
Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami
Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, welcome back, Jaypal Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mr. Prabhuji, would you? Okay, we can do this way. You can send this whole session about your yatra. You can explain, or you are not prepared. We can do it tomorrow. Which one you prefer?
Either way, I mean, I just need only a couple of minutes. If you want, I can cover.
Okay. Can you explain what important places is visited and your experiences, please?
Sure, Prabhuji. So this time I actually was planning to go to Sridham Mayapur, which I did. So initial plan was to go alone, but my mother and my elder sister also joined me. So it was a wonderful trip. So we got close to the main temple, but not inside the campus, and especially because of the Rath Yatra, there's a lot of rush there. But it was not that far. So we were there like 3 days. I mean, 2 nights and 3 days. One of the experience for me is to attend the Mangalarti the 2 days that I was there. That was awesome. Especially the first day we were there. Sometimes, like, when you're new, like you have to realize how to go and which gate and whatnot. But we were there, and then second day we were on time. We spent like almost 5 hours inside the temple after the Mangalarti until the morning Aarti. That was a wonderful experience for me. And my sister also, I didn't realize that she was also ISKCON Krishna devotee. So she was also happy that she could join me to Mayapur.
Oh.
But my mother, it's the first time she was also happy to be part of that yatra with me. So, like within the Sridham Mayapur, so we did visited, of course, the Ganga. We did the trip in the Ganga on the first day itself. We roamed around all the places within the Sridham Mayapur, as well as we did 1 day Navdvip as well. One trip. We visited all the temples. Um, yeah, the overall like the experience is like wonderful for me.
Did you go
Um,
to, I think you might have seen all these Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami,
yeah,
Samadhis.
all the Vaishnava samadhis. We also went to the Vedic planetarium, which is
Right.
still under construction, but looks like it's going to be one big thing. I think they were planning for end of next year or early part of 2027 to open. So when that opens, all the temples, the deities inside the current temple would move to planetarium, Vedic planetarium.
Is that Narasimha Bhagavan is not moved yet? I think.
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Still within the main temple currently.
Hmm.
They were planning to move Nrsimha Bhagavan to one level, and all the Guru Parampara will go to the one other level. The middle level is for Radha Krishna and the deities. So yeah, the plan is like really wonderful. One side
Radha
is
Madhav. They're Radha
Radha
Madhav.
Madhav.
Mm.
Yes, yes. Mhm.
Did you visit Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house and all those, right?
Yeah, so we went to all the other
Mm.
places as well, like where especially Mahaprabhu's birthplace
Right.
and
Yeah.
Sachimata and all the other deities. The parks were also
Mm.
wonderful, and there are like Radha Kund and you know
Right.
those. I mean, of course, it's within the Sridham Mayapur, so we visited those as well.
Mm. So
One
nice.
thing also I learned is when we say Prabhupada, so they outside the Mayapur they say Prabhupada is the guru of the Prabhupadas. They call him as Prabhupada, so that's what I learned as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Prabhupada, we call even Bhakti Saraswati Goswami also Prabhupada. We call Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, right.
Everyone we call Prabhupada. Right.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Hmm.
It's a must visit. Anyone is planning to go. So wonderful
Yeah,
experience.
you got mercy from Mayapur. Abundantly available mercy by Mahaprabhu.
Yes. Yes.
So nice. So nice.
Yeah.
Hope
Thank you
you're
for the recommendation, Prabhuji. So
hope
wonderful experience.
you'll be, I'm sure chanting improves once you visit Mayapur. So nice.
Yes. Yes.
Remember those places again and again. Remember again and again when you're chanting also.
Yep.
Remember those. That would be the best way to engage our consciousness going somewhere else while chanting.
Yes.
So
Yes.
nice. Okay.
I bought deities as well, Prabhuji, this time from the
Really?
Sridham Mayapur.
Which deities?
Radha Krishna deities. I got it from the
Oh,
temple
wow.
store itself, within the temple.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you for sharing. Okay. Yeah. Next time, Jagannath Puri and Vrindavan. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly Puri, Jagannath, and then
Yeah.
Brindavan.
Vrindavan.
It's in that order. That's what I was planning, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I forgot to mention, the Ratha Yatra experience within the Mayapur is amazing. I mean, of course, New York City, our Ratha Yatra was good, but the people, the way they pray to Lord Jagannath was amazing. They offer the fruits and whatever they have, like so crowded, but it's like vibrating. That experience is amazing for me. First time I attended anything outside.
So did you go to that special Jagannath temple?
Yes, yes,
What
I
is
did.
that place called? I forgot.
Um,
Yeah, some half 1 hour maybe drive, but there Jagannath. Yeah, that Jagannath is so special.
yes,
They
yes, we
bring a
were
lot
there as
of
well.
mangoes and where whatever you have desires in that Jagannath temple fulfills like such a very very famous. I forgot that this name of the place. I'll tell later. That's very very famous Jagannath temple. Correct.
Yeah. So that deities actually came from that temple to the Mayapur
Ah,
for the Rath Yatra.
correct. Acha. Okay, they
Yeah.
came. Okay. So nice.
The main deities.
So nice. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Prabhuji. Let's go. 1 second. Manu Prabhuji, can read the translation of 4:26:17.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by His Divine Grace Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
All the women address the king. O master of the citizens, we do not know why your dear wife has taken on this sort of existence. O killer of enemies, kindly look. She is lying on the ground without bedding.
I think somebody's background noise is coming.
I muted, Prabhu.
Okay.
We cannot understand why she's acting this way. So in this translation purport, Prabhupada ji was explaining how Puranjana's wife was acting in a certain way. That's because a house without devotional service, people, when they're getting neglected, there's no devotional service in the house, they start taking to sinful activities. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Right. Okay, go to the next sloka. 4:26:18. Okay, Jaypal Prabhu, you want to do the sloka? Jaypal Prabhu.
Sure, Prabhuji. Again. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 4th Canto, 26th chapter, 18th verse. Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Narada Uvacha Puranjana Swamahishim Nirikshaya Vadhutam Bhuvi Tat Sango Na Matitha Gnano Vaikalvayam Paramam Yayau. Synonyms by Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Narada Uvacha, the great sage Narada spoke. Puranjana, King Puranjana. Swamahisim, his own queen. Nirikshya, after seeing. Avadhutam, appearing like a mendicant. Bhuvi, on the ground. Tat her. Sangha, by association. Unmatita, encouraged. Jnana, whose knowledge. Vaikalvyam, bewilderment. Paramam, supreme. Yayav, obtained. Translation given by Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great sage Narada continued. My dear King Prachina Barhi. As soon as King Puranjana saw his queen. Lying on the ground. Appearing like a mendicant. He immediately became bewildered. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Vishakha Mataji, you want to read first paragraph?
Yes, Prabhuji. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
In this verse, the word avadhutam is especially significant, for it refers to mendicant who does not take care of his body. Since the queen was lying on the ground without bedding and proper dress, King Puranjana became very much aggrieved.
Aggrieved. Yeah.
Aggrieved. In other words, he repented that he had neglected his intelligence and had engaged himself in the forest in killing animals. In other words, when one's good intelligence is separated or neglected, he fully engages in sinful activities. Due to neglecting one's good intelligence or Krishna consciousness, one becomes bewildered and engages in sinful activities. Upon realizing this, a man becomes repentant.
Repentant. Yeah.
So, Srila Prabhupada is explaining that we need to focus our consciousness on Krishna consciousness, basically on Krishna, so that we be far from sinful activities and our mind does not get attached or get engaged in wrong activities, like your how King Puranjana's had neglected his intelligence and therefore he was involved in the forest in killing animals, which is a sinful activity. So it is explained that we should focus our mind on Krishna consciousness and good activities.
Right. In the previous shloka 17th, in the purport, Prabhupada writes first line, when a person is devoid of devotional service or Vishnu Bhakti, he takes to many sinful activities. So that's what happened to Ranjana. Mendicant is supposed to, he neglects his body, right? From Prabhupada analogy here. So how he is like Avaduta, he's a mendicant, like a sannyasi, right? So Prabhupada explaining with that analogy that how when we neglect devotional service in our words, how we'll be engaged in the sinful activities. Okay. The Bimal Prabhuji want to like.
Jai Shri Prabhuji. Purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ji ki jai.
Yeah.
Such repentance is described by Narottam Das Thakura. Hari Hari Vipahale Janma Gona Inu Manusya Janma Baya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Suniya Vishaya Kahinu. Narottam Das Thakura herein says that he repents for having spoiled his human life and knowingly drunk poison. By not being Krishna consciousness, one willingly drinks the poison of material life. The purport is that one certainly becomes addicted to sinful activities when he becomes devoid of his good, chaste wife, or when he has lost his good sense and does not take to Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. I feel regretful to say that Narottam Das Thakura.
Exactly. How humble
when
they are.
when he is saying that where we are, then right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't want to say that word, but I will say because purport is saying that. So Narottam Das Thakura is regretting that he has spoiled his human life because he was not Krishna conscious, and it is like when he is not in Krishna conscious, he drunk like a poison. So basically when you are not Krishna conscious, we always basically drink the poison of material life. And purport says that when we basically neglect our intelligence and miss good chaste wife, we always land up in doing sinful activities. So we should always be sensible to be in Krishna consciousness and not to be not in Krishna consciousness.
Narottam Das Thakur wrote so many songs, right?
Hari
Vaishnava
Hari
songs.
Vipale Janma
Exactly. And
Manusya
also he wrote that famous Davana Ramyasthana Divya Chinta Manidama Ratana Mandirahana. Such a beautiful song. When you get a chance, listen that song.
Yeah, read this also, Prabhu. This purport,
Right.
this song here also. Hari Hari Vipale
Vipale.
Manusya Mila hai, lekin we are not Bhajiya Radha Krishna. So
Absolutely.
we got Gyan. We are taking Vishaya here.
Yeah. Yeah, Nathan Das Thakur, billionaire's son. Yeah. That's a beautiful slok. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. When Narottam Das claims, there is one analogy by Prabhupada. I think I was hearing to Amarendra Prabhu class. Rupa Sanatana Goswamis, right? In Vrindavan, Sanatana Goswami especially cries. He goes to the other side of Govardhan. Hey Radhe, hey Krishna, where are you? Not able to see you. I'm so fallen. And he, Sanatana Goswami, he himself is saying, I'm so fallen. Then Amarendra Prabhu explains that how he thinks that compared to Dhruva Maharaj, I am so insignificant by devotion. So if that is the case, we all can think how insignificant our devotion compared to Sanatana Goswami's devotion, right? Krishna appeared and gave his padakas to Sanatana Goswami when he was doing Govardhan Parikrama at the older age. No, you don't have to go that we are old. Then I give his padakas. Then he was doing circumambulance every day. So same padakas are there in Radha Damodar temple now, who Krishna gave to Sanatana Goswami. You go to the Damodar temple, Vrindavan, ask Panditji to show that those padakas. It's already there. So compared to their devotion, how insignificant we are. Yeah, such a beautiful analysis. Okay. Anila Mataji, are you available to read? Okay. Let me see.
Yes,
Who
sir.
else.
I'm there.
Yeah, can you do the shloka?
Sure, Prabhuji. Krishna. Santvayam Lakshanaya Vacha Hridayena Viduyatha Preyasyat Sneha Samrambha Lingam Atmani Nabhyagat Santham pacifying
Pacifying.
Slakshanaya by sweet
Lakshanaya by sweet.
Vacha words
Vacha words.
Hridayena with the heart Viduyatha regretting very much
Viduyata regretting very much.
Preyasyat of his beloved
Of his beloved.
Sneha from affection
Sneha from affection.
Samrambha of anger
Of anger.
Lingam symptom
Symptom.
Atmani in her heart
Atmani in her heart.
Na did Abhyaghat arose. Translation given by Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The king with a grieved mind began to speak to his wife with very pleasing words. Although he was filled with regret and tried to pacify her, he could not see any symptoms of anger caused by love within the heart of his beloved wife.
He could not see any symptom of anger caused by love in the heart of his beloved wife.
Okay, let's see. Ravi Prabhuji, you want to do the purport?
Sure, Prabhuji. Yeah. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
The king very much regretted having left his queen and having gone to the forest to execute sinful activities. When a person regrets his sinful activities, the abandoning of Krishna consciousness and good intelligence, his path of deliverance from the path of material clutches, is opened. As stated in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 5.5.5, Para bhavastavad abodha jato yavanna jignashata atma tattvam. When a person loses his Krishna consciousness and loses interest in self-realization, he must engage in sinful activities. All one's activities in a life devoid of Krishna consciousness simply lead to defeat and misuse of one's life. Naturally, one who comes to Krishna consciousness regrets his previous sinful activities in the human form. Only by this process can one be delivered from the clutches of nescience or ignorance in materialistic life. Yeah, so Srila Prabhupada explains here, the king is regretting after leaving his queen and having gone to the forest to execute sinful activities because he was killing a lot of animals. And when Srila Prabhupada is also saying that when a person regrets his sinful activities and he abandons Krishna consciousness and he leaves, he does not uses his intelligence, his path of his path for material clutches is opened. The Maya captures him fully. So when a person loses the Krishna consciousness and loses interest in self-realization, and then the only thing what he does is he does sinful activities. And when all one's activities in a life is devoid of Krishna consciousness, there is no Krishna consciousness at all, and simply his life purpose is misled and he uses his and the main purpose of his life is defeated, and he misuses his own life. And naturally, so when comes to Krishna consciousness, then he realizes that he regrets his previous sinful activities in the human form, and then only by this process can the person can be delivered from the clutches of nescience or ignorance in the materialistic life. So this is the story of the people who have come even in the late 30s or late 40s. That's what people think, or late 50s. That what was I doing all this life? And at least now we should be focused and be Krishna consciousness.
Absolutely. I'm about to say the same thing you read my mind. We are all belongs to this category, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
But fine, we are so thankful. We are so thankful to Krishna. At least we came now, right? Never too late.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely. But we have to be serious now. That's all. Doesn't matter what the past is past. So nice to explain. Yeah, beautiful. Any questions before we go to next one? Anybody would like to add points here?
Just one point, Prabhu. Just
Yes, Bala.
like people say, better late than never.
Right.
So that's what it is. And also you tend to know and enjoy it a lot more when you finally realize that, hey, I missed this all my life.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. 20th shloka.
but Prabhuji, there is always a fear that the Maya doesn't capture back.
Yes, that's true.
The fear is always there.
Absolutely. That's why we take the association of the devotees, chanting the holy name, right? Rupa Goswami, 5 items we do almost every day, especially association.
Yes, Prabhuji. Sadhu Sangha.
The Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koi, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoi. Lavamatra Swaha. So I mean, you're doing good, Ravi Prabhuji. Don't worry.
And
We'll capture you. We'll capture you.
Right, Prabhu, and also Nityam Bhagavata Seva. We already do it.
Absolutely. But that I like that fear always. Even I have that fear all the time. That fear is good. Good fear is good, not bad fear. Fear of going away from Krishna consciousness, having that fear is very, very essential. Otherwise, we think I know everything, I am doing bhakti. No, constantly evaluating our situation, right?
Right, Prabhu.
Yeah, that's required. Checkpoints.
Every second you have to be cautious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice questions. Yeah. I think we have time for one more, I guess. 20th, right? We should do 20th?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
20th. Okay, let's see. I guess. Because we have so many devotees now, I have to like see who did not do yesterday. This I remember now. Mr. Mataji, are you available to read? Or Manika Mataji? Manika Mataji, are you available to read? Okay. Mr. Mataji? Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Can you do shloka?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Just one second, Prabhuji. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 4th canto, 26th chapter, 20th shloka. Anunyena tha sanakaira Viro nunnaya kovidaha Parasparsha pada yugalam Aha chotsanga lalitam Ananyena began to flatter. Atha, thus. Sanakaih, gradually. Veera, the hero. Ananya Kovidaha, one who is very expert in flattery.
One who is very expert in flattery.
Parsa, touched.
Touched.
Pada Yugulam, both the feet.
Both the feet.
Aha, he said.
He said.
Cha, also.
Also.
Utsanga, on his lap.
On his lap.
Yeah, Lalitam, thus being embraced.
Being
embraced.
Because the king was very expert in flattery. Oh, sorry. Translation by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Because the king was very expert in flattery.
Because the king was very expert in flattery.
He began to pacify his queen very slowly.
He began to pacify his queen
very slowly.
Very slowly.
First he touched her 2 feet.
First he touched her 2 feet.
Then embraced her nicely. Seating her on his lap. And began to speak as follows.
Nice. Hare Krishna. Suman Mata, you want to read few lines?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Then Vietnam all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Purport. One has to awaken his Krishna consciousness by first regretting his past deeds. Just as King Puranjana began to flatter his wife, one should
Queen, Mataji, not wife.
Sorry?
Queen, not wife.
Okay. Oh, Sorry, Prabhuji. Just as King Puranjana began to flatter his queen, one should by deliberate consideration raise himself to the platform of Krishna consciousness. To attain such an end, one must touch the lotus feet of a spiritual master. Krishna consciousness cannot be achieved by self endeavor. One must therefore approach a self realized Krishna conscious person and touch his lotus feet. So I'll stop here, Prabhuji. Prabhupada is explaining that whoever wants to awaken himself for the Krishna consciousness, he first of all he should regret for his past state the karma he has done. Like King Puranjana began to flatter his wife, so deliberately he did so, and he. Prabhupada is explaining that first of all we should surrender unto the spiritual master, because this is not done by the self endeavor, means self we cannot, by self we cannot do it. So we need a proper mercy from spiritual master and the lotus feet of the supreme personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna,
Right.
Prabhuji. Thank
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Bala Prabhuji, you can finish it off. Like, yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Purport by Bhaktivinoda Sri Prabhupada ki jai.
Right.
Prahlada Maharaj therefore said, Naisham Matis Tavad Purukara Manangrim Sparshadi Ananta Pagamo Yad Artaha Madhyasam Padarajo Vishegam Nishkinchanam Na Prinita Yavata. One cannot come to the process of Krishna consciousness unless he touches the dust of the lotus feet of a person who has become a Mahatma, a great devotee. This is the beginning of the surrendering process. Lord Krishna wants everyone to surrender unto him. And this surrendering process begins when one touches the lotus feet of a bona fide spiritual master. By sincerely rendering service to a bona fide spiritual master, one begins his spiritual life in Krishna consciousness. Touching the lotus feet of a spiritual master means giving up one's false prestige and unnecessarily puffed up position in the material world. Those who remain in the darkness of material existence due to their falsely prestigious position, so-called scientists and philosophers, are actually atheists. They do not know the ultimate cause of everything. Although bewildered, they are not ready to surrender themselves to the lotus feet of a person who knows things in their proper perspective. In other words, one cannot arouse Krishna consciousness simply by his own mental speculation. One must surrender to a bona fide spiritual master. Only this process will help one. So Prabhupada is saying that one cannot come to the precincts of Krishna consciousness unless they touch the dust of the lotus feet of the bona fide person or Mahatma, a great devotee. And this surrendering process must start unless somebody is willing to surrender themselves to Lord Krishna and start the surrendering process, and by touching the lotus feet of bona fide spiritual master. By sincerely rendering service to the bona fide spiritual master, they start the spiritual process and essentially giving up all their false ego and whatever position they held in the previous life. And so essentially, for willing to follow the spiritual master, they're not going to become elevated or come to the proper path, the Krishna conscious path. There are a lot of philosophers and scientists who think they know everything, and even though they don't know, they're actually atheists, and they try to theorize and tell all kinds of stories without actually realizing what is going on. And they are not willing to surrender themselves to the lotus feet of a person who knows the proper perspective. So, in other words, Prabhupada is saying that Krishna. So, in order to arouse Krishna consciousness, it cannot be done simply by mental speculation. They have to surrender one of a spiritual master
and actually follow what they're saying and take up that path. And only this process will help somebody to get into the Krishna conscious movement and help them. Good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Devotees will stop here. I will take up again tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.